Welcome to the Genetic Code. I'm your host, Jeanette Collins. This podcast is designed to take you one episode at a time on an intimate journey of your own personal transformation. Each podcast will have tools and techniques for you to practice in your daily life to create the very best version of you. Let's get started. Self-love. Self-love. That is a small word for such a deep subject. Self-love can be washing your body and eating consciously, to spending hours in some form of silence, to being able to forgive all versions of ourselves and others, to being in service for others and forgetting ourselves. Self-love is about really understanding the you that occupies the body you walk in. It also includes understanding and knowing the body and being able to express your gratitude for the body's deep intelligence and design. Self-love is about showing up for yourself with consistency and bringing your best to the table and to share that with others. Self-love is being religiously faithful with your commitments to honor the sacred within you and to become more familiar with this sacredness within you and then in others. When we set out on a journey of self-awareness and greater levels of consciousness because we're desiring to have more joy and peace in our lives, you are on the journey of self-love. This journey doesn't have a set way to do it, that one-size-fits-all model. It's just a very unique and sacred experience of discoveries and remembering. The world we all come into is a school of greatness for sure, and the experiences we each have along the way help to write the individual stories that we call us. The stories make the play interesting. The lives we live are ours to change and revise and rewrite as often as the change feels needed for us. Self-love is something that is inherent within each of us. When we come into this world, it's a part of who we are at our very core, and the veil of forgetting falls on us a little at a time after we're born until at some point in our youth it completely fulfills its purpose. We do forget to some extent, so that our learning journey here can have all the beautiful, scary, sad, fearful, thrilling, and peaceful emotions that guide our choices and mold and form us into the characters that we've chosen to be. When we take center stage, so to speak, in our early youth, we have a set of beliefs and patterns put together with our family and our experiences that assists each of us to step into the role of being human and to have a great time learning and growing from our experiences. Look at little children. They look into the mirror and they smile. They love what they see, and they aren't critical of the body that they occupy either, until they have enough experiences here to form ideas, beliefs, and patterns to the contrary of what they knew was true when they were little. This is all a bigger part of the earth experience. We come from love and we return to love, and the in-between space is called your life story. We each have challenges and gifts that guide us on our journey. We have unique desires and abilities, no matter what they are. They are here to give us joy along the way. Things that spark our interest and drive us to make a life for ourselves, we seek these out. We have learning curves as well, and some of those curves, I'm telling you, feel like a straight drop off of a very steep cliff. But the journey we're on is a journey of discovering who we are and what we have deep within us that not only survives these experiences, but thrives and transforms them and the individual into a greater version of themselves, one that feels more and more like love. That love that was our home so long ago, long before we inhabited these bodies. The little and big steps we take to begin to truly love ourselves are U-turns that cause us to shift our direction in life. These shifts can be something like changing the way we've always viewed a certain situation into a more positive thought, or making choices to take better care of our bodies, to choosing to meditate and to take walks in nature. Maybe we choose to turn off devices and spend more time reading books that can uplift us. Self-love can also look like cooking your own meals, taking the time to be more present with the process of making food for your body, instead of just getting a quick fix from a fast food joint or eating something non-nutritious just to fill her up. Self-love is drinking more water and setting sugary things aside so that our bodies can show us how magnificent they can be when we honor what we put in them as their fuel. Self-love is going on a mental diet to spend the time really choosing what and where you put your thoughts. Thoughts are electrical and emotions are magnetic. And what you think about creates how you feel. And what you feel creates the way you choose to act. And then you see that our thoughts create our reality, because we do believe our thoughts about ourselves, our lives, our friends, our family, and our experiences. So what would happen to your life if you decided to watch or monitor your thoughts and begin to change the negative thoughts over for a more positive, brighter thought? The self-love in this practice comes in the doing, because as you change those old thoughts and beliefs that are negative and weighing you down, you begin to experience the work that it takes to shift your thoughts and behaviors over to something better and more aligned with love. Taking the time to build this thought muscle and to create and witness the results is like working off excess fat on the body or a weak leg muscle that you want to be strong. You will take all the necessary steps involved to go work out, eat better foods, sleep, and drink water, because you know that just wishing it won't build the strength you desire. Same with the thoughts, actions, and behaviors. Love yourself enough to commit to changing your thoughts to change your life. Take notice of all the things in your surroundings that begin to shift. Remember when you are making changes within yourself to be loving and give yourself time to see the results to start coming in. You're changing course when you change your thoughts to change your behaviors. And this, more often than not, feels weird and not normal and can feel tiring. Believe in yourself. Remember yourself that you arrived at this current point in your life one thought and action at a time, and you'll get out of it the same way. You will, with consistency, change your whole life. Your love for self will keep you going forward. If you don't believe there's anything much to love about you because you've had experiences and long periods of negativity, or you can look over your life and the past was fraught with challenge, remember, you're not your experiences or your circumstances. The you inside is of deep value and can overcome any challenge. When you love you enough to decide to change what you think about into a more productive thought, you are on the road to transformation. I'm always expressing to my children, and I take copious notes for myself too, that the thoughts you're thinking about now, that are generating the emotions inside you right now, do not fall into the past as the day turns to night and you put the day to rest. Au contraire, my friend. The thoughts you are thinking today that create the emotions you have today will run ahead of you and lay out a future moment in the thought and feelings that are a direct match. So what are you thinking now and feeling? Whatever that is, change it to something more positive, because it is now creating a future moment for you. Let me also say this, that one negative thought that pops in or that you think about for a moment won't direct your future. But it's the thoughts and emotions that you consistently think and feel every day a lot that begin to change your future. Change those to more loving behaviors and thoughts repeatedly so that your future will begin to have the path forward strewn with positive and more loving moments and experiences. It is, in my book, a superpower to be, for example, unwell and laid up and to begin talking to yourself in a healthy way. For example, I'm getting better and better each moment, especially when the evidence at the moment looks completely opposite. To remember that what you are currently experiencing had something to do with a lot of the past thoughts and emotions will help you to shift this. So move forward today and lay out the future over and over with the feeling you most desire to feel. If you just want freedom to feel free of whatever it is in your current time, close your eyes. See yourself free inside. Feel your body and what it feels like to be free. I don't know what that feels like, you say? Oh, but you do, or you couldn't desire it. I believe in you, and I know from personal experience that when you change the way you think, it changes the way you feel, and you will begin acting on the way that you feel. This loving of the self is a core solution to all you seek. You are worth the change, and there is a future of greater joy awaiting the changed you. To assist you in a most remarkable way on this journey of self-love, I would be remiss to not include as a very critical component forgiveness. The word can be misunderstood as acting like the actions of another person that were hard and challenging, you now forgive because you're bigger than that, or for whatever reason. We will dive deeper into forgiveness in a later episode. But let's just say this much. When you can understand that everything you've done and said up to this current moment, you have done according to the knowledge you had at the time. The choice you're making to choose to love you more and to change your inner thoughts and behaviors will have far greater value if you will spend time forgiving the past yous that got you here. Forgive others for what they may or may not know. Free up your life force energy by taking back your thoughts of any negative nature about others, and just repeat, with a genuine feeling, I forgive. Those two words will draw energy back into your body that has been given to past experiences, people, or circumstances. It's your life force. Own it. Forgive, and as you do, forgive, and the feeling and practice becomes more natural. And the side effect will be that you will forget. You'll forget the old past hurts because you're no longer living there. Just like any home you've ever lived in or hotel you may have stayed in for an extended period of time, when you move on, you don't remember it in your everyday thoughts. It drifts into mists of the past because you no longer live there. Look at the thoughts that possess your mind that are old and hurtful. Forgive to reclaim your power and energy. Forgive to redeem the energy that you have lost to the old past experience. I forgive is synonymous with I am love. I invite you this week to truly decide to begin loving yourself in any way that is deficient, to take your self-love to the next level and create a more loving, exciting future for yourself that does, in consequence, touch the world around you. Practice speaking the words, I forgive. I am worthy of my own love. Imagine what will happen with that kind of changes within you. Thank you for joining me on this podcast. Please share this with others and tune in next week for another chance to learn, grow, and become a part of the greatest journey on earth, the journey to transform yourself, to empower yourself, and to extend that love to the world. You are worth it.